Welcome to another market update. Today is September 1st, 2018. Well, the S&P 500 made a all-time high once again this week. It closed on Wednesday with a new all-time closing high at 2914.04. Although Friday and Thursday kind of pulled back a little bit, the market internals still continue to look pretty solid. So we'll expect the market to continue to push to a new high, although the market doesn't just go straight up. So there could be a possibility of a little bit of a pullback. If there is a pullback, and be basically looking at this pivot level here, in which that the previous all-time high before it broke to it on previous Friday, I believe. So we're basically looking if there's a pullback, maybe back somewhere around this 2872.87, and if we get below this level here, then we might see it to come back and maybe retest the 2802.49. So right now, essentially there is also a little bit of a flag, so it could be going back up on this particular manner here. And if we do a little bit of a major move, we could essentially looking at this as the flagpole, and as this as a flag, then projecting that to a major move, we could see there's a possibility of 2951.74. The Dow Jones Industrial is still lagging all the other indexes. It's still a little bit away from the all-time high up here at 26,616.70. So still watching for this thing to make its move and join the party and make a new all-time high and close at a new all-time closing high. So if it's going to pull back in a short term, we're essentially looking at this level here, somewhere around 25,800. And if we get below this pivot, then we might see it to come back and retest this 24,965.80. But once again, this could be forming a little bit of a pivot and come up. So if we do a little bit of a major move as this here, and to get a little bit of a projection, so you see this 100% major move somewhere around 26,439.70, still shy of the all-time high. So basically gonna continue to monitor this indexes for continue to move up. And as the rotation take place, as more of these FANG stock and momentum tech stock, when profit taking start coming in and start money start rotating out of those stock, then and then the market get a little bit more defensive, then we'll most likely see some of the money rotating into the Dow 30 stock, and that's where we will most likely see this index make a push up to a new all-time high. And for the Dow Jones Transportation, it did put in a new all-time high on Monday, on Tuesday here, but did not close at a new all-time high. The last all-time closing high was the previous week. Right here, it closed at 11,435.80. So essentially right now it's pulling back here, and that we might be keep an eye on this 11,253.10 and see where we get a bounce near here. So might be getting a little bit of a consolidation here. So if it kind of bounce around and put in another new all-time high, then there's a good chance that the rest of the market will probably continue to run. But if it break below this 11,253.1, then we'll probably see a potential pullback to this 10,977.80 support level here for possible tests. Looking at the Nasdaq 100, see the Nasdaq 100 on Thursday put in a new all-time high. Although it did not close at a new all-time closing high, it did that on Wednesday. So on Friday it was close to that, but it did not make a new all-time closing high. So we probably will continue to see this move up. If we see a pullback, we're probably looking for a possible retest to near this 7,500 08.59. And so that's one of the pivot or the previous all-time high pivot here, and we're basically looking for that. And there's a little bit of a gap here that could get filled if it pull back and then get another push up. But if it come down to below this level of 7508.59 and can find support and won't bounce up there, then we might keep an eye on 7308.52 as next potential test for support. And here with the Russell 2000, it closed at another all-time closing high on Friday at 1740.80. And right now, this is the strongest index out of all the market indexes that we have covered. So we'll probably be continue to watch this index to maybe make a higher high here, continue to make new high. But although if we see a pullback down here, then we'll probably see it maybe come back down and test the previous all-time high pivot level somewhere around 1708.60. And if that can't hold, then we'll probably be looking at a retest down here somewhere around the 1663. So we'll keep an eye on that. See, can it break out to continue to make a new all-time high, or would it pull back and then do another push to a new high? Look at the VIX. The VIX is still down here, below this 1415 level here. Okay. Although we got a little bit of a spike up for on Thursday, but you see Friday kind of pulled back again a little bit. So even though that it came off this low here somewhere around the 10 level here, but it's still not up at these 16, 17, or even close to the 20 level. So until we get the some kind of spike up on the VIX, I think the market is just going to be chucking along here, and maybe keep on making higher highs. So we just keep an eye on this VIX here to see would it pull back and retest the low down here at this 10 near the 10 level here. Looking at Twitter here, we see Twitter actually booked through this channel here, this trading band, right, and also this channel, and right now it seems to be consolidating here, and so we're probably looking to see would it get above this level here at the 36 and try to come up to this post earning pivot high here. Okay. And on the daily, we take a look at the daily, we could also see maybe this could be forming a little bit of a flag in this consolidation area. And if that's the case, then I essentially looking for this possibly as a flag here, flagpole, and do a major move up here to somewhere around what's that, 38.31. Let's take a look at Tesla here. Remember Tesla, previous Friday, the news came out that, a tweet came out that say Elon had decided to give up his consideration of taking Tesla private. That news came out late on Friday night. And as you can see on Monday, it kind of came down and sold off early and came back up. But as the week progresses, it continued to fade down, and we're basically looking at this 314, 315. We're saying that if we break below that, then we basically look for potential retracement back down to this lower edge of this this trading band here. All right. Okay, and if it break above this here, then we're essentially looking for this gap to get filled and possibly work itself back up to this upper band. So as you can see right now, it has broken this level here below 314, 315, and it's coming down. So this that 295 level here, this area. So we might want to keep an eye to see what come down here and do a retest before it make a meaningful bounce, or would it continue to test this and then break below this and then start coming back down and possibly get down to this particular levels here, somewhere around 275 area. Looking at Roku here, it broke out of this pivot high here. Remember when we first started looking at this, we're basically looking for this trend line to be broken, and essentially was looking for this triangle breakout. And you can see that it came up and made a high here, and then now it's pulling back to this consolidation area. Want to see would it be able to get a bounce back up and put in a higher high back above this pivot high here to continue to move up, because if we take a look at the daily, this is a pretty bearish candle, and also the candle formation, which is a evening star type of formation. So we saw this pullback. So essentially we want to see would it be able to get a bounce back up above this consolidation zone and continue to trend up. If it break below this consolidation zone, then we're basically looking for possibility of this trend line to see would it hold and get a bounce up off the trend line. Otherwise, we'll be looking at this level down here, somewhere around the 55 and 54 area on a little bit more steeper pullback on Roku. Here, looking at Netflix, we see Netflix. Remember when we were talking about this little flag here coming down? Got this major move at this 100%. Actually, it went below that, almost went to 127. So we got a nice bounce and back into this this zone here. Essentially, the post-earning engulfing candle here. You see a lot of prices kind of trading within this large, huge down candle after earning came out after the close on this particular day. So right now, essentially, it's looking at it to maybe come back and try to tag this, at the top of this this candle, and see would it be able to break out and maybe get back to the pre-earning level up here. So that would be somewhere around near the 395, 396. So the level that we'll watch is somewhere around 385. See would it be able to come up to that 385 level. We do have some low support down here that we could keep an eye on any kind of pullback, somewhere around 364, 71, 365 area, and it's a zone at 361, 69. There is a pivot here that 356, 94. Right, that's basically the flag pivot. Okay, so so this zone is this right here is the key point to watch. So we want to see would it be able to break out this little bit of a consolidation and move up, and you can see that it could be like a little bit of a flag. Okay, so that's basically it for this week. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber to my YouTube video channel, click on the subscribe to subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. Have a great weekend.